All the idea that came up from the lab, not from Mydin, but from the lab, is that the Tukar program. Tukar is transformasi kedai runcit, transformation of the small stores.
Small stores, right.
So we have hypermarkets going everywhere. It happens all over the world. We have to accept the fact that hypermarkets, they are bigger. Are they better? That's another issue. That is the way to go. What happens to our small stores, mom and pop stores? They contribute a lot to the economy. Politically is very important, but forgetting politics aside, that guy has to feed his kids. So how do we take care of them and help them modernize? It's not necessarily his fault he's not changing. Maybe he doesn't know what he needs to do. So the government came up under the domestic ministry that the Tukar program. The government gives, say, $80,000, a very soft loan at 3%, through Bank Rakyat. The money is given to us for the mentor and the other mentors around. We renovate the store, okay, for about $50,000, $60,000. The $30,000 or $20 to $30,000 of that used for buying goods. We actually go in CSR. We don't get paid anything. We go and get the whole store redone. We send our staff, get the store redone, rearranged, refurbished. Actually, tell them how to arrange the product. Very important.
Product placement you're talking about.
Very important. How, because we know actually how a customer walks into a store. When will he turn left and when will he turn right? Okay? And also hygiene. You can't have a baby milk powder, then you put your soap detergent next to it. No, but you find it in small stores.
Yeah, some small stores.
And it's not healthy. So we teach them the correct thing. After we do that, they learn how to use the POS system, which is very important because the point of sale tells them a lot of information. What is selling, how to reorder. Okay? We give them a planogram. Once we do a store, we actually give them a planogram, exactly what we put where, and how to do the orders.
Right.
Okay? Change the attitude. And the most important thing is once we have done something like that, business goes double, even triple. But remember, end of the day, is the attitude of that store owner. If he doesn't want to do it, it's not going to work. I have done stores, and we have done, Mydin has done stores, where not only getting the store done beautiful, the owner walked into the store beautifully dressed.
Because so you have changed your mentality because it's like
because she's changed. Now
brilliant. Yeah,
my store is aircon. I should wear a nicer dress. I'm going to comb my hair today and put a ribbon here. Because she or he feels better. When you feel better, you serve better, the business definitely goes up.
Do you provide, for example, like if you're dealing with a sundry shop, that's quite dilapidated and, quite old and stuff like that, right? Do you sort of educate the owner as well as to what exactly he should be doing with his store and stuff like that? In the whole process of doing
not only arranging, the most important is the owner, and we give them training. We have training. They can come to our store, see how we run training. We have classroom training, merchandising, customer service. They come, they follow, and then normally they do well. But they have to follow. I think this is very important. They have to follow. Some people are doing the same thing for the last 30 years. They refuse to change. Then we say thank you very much.
Okay, you've done whatever you've
done.
What
we can. It's up to you to do it.
Right. Okay. Now, for sundry shop owners, like coming back to the Tukar program, of course. Now, how does one sort of go about obtaining help from the Tukar program? Now, let's say I've got a shop and I saw this guy on the street, his shop was completely redone up by the Tukar program and stuff like that. Now, if I wanted to get my shop in that particular Tukar program, how does one go about it?
You can just go online. Just go to domestic trade.
The website, right?
Our Kementerian Perdagangan Dalam Negeri, domestic trade. You can write in. You can walk into the office. Say, I have a shop here, and where, and I want to get this done. And you get to choose your mentor. Say, I want Mydin. No, I don't want Mydin. I want somebody else. Fine. You're right to choose. Okay. Then we will come down and we will look at your store and work out what is workable. We'll talk to you. We get a feel of your perseverance, whether you really want to do this or not. And then we will recommend it to the ministry. Of course, the final decision always be the minister. They actually decide. The ministry decides, yes, do and don't. And it's for all Malaysians. It's not for the Bumiputera or for the Malays, for the matter. It's for all Malay, Chinese. I've done Malay shops, Indian shops, Chinese shops. And the best part about this is when you finish the store, and when you visit the store again, when the owner meets you, that tear that goes down her or his eyes, that's all we ask for. That's all. Because as a good Muslim, and for the matter, I think any religion tells you the same thing. Barkat, barkat. You do something with good niyat, intention that are good and clean, God always gives you back.
Right.
And that thank you from the customer is all we ask. And it costs us literally 10 to 15,000 to get a shop done on our budget, forgetting what the government pays, because we have to send 10 people for 2 weeks. We've got to pay their salary, the lodging, the transportation allowance, incentive to make sure they get the shop done quickly, because you've got to close the shop for 2 weeks.
Right.
So all this works together, but in the long run, we are in business. I mean, money is money, but money is only good when you can use it to do good. And when you are in business, you must always serve your community.
Right.
The future of business, is not only going to be cheaper prices, better service, but it's going to be an emotional business attachment with you and your customer and your community at large. That is the only thing. A customer is going to come to you when he says, yes, Mydin is not only selling cheap, he has what I want, but he's doing good for the community. Right. He's contributing to the community, but of course, whatever you contribute, it must be from your heart. You must do it from your heart.
You got to be passionate about it.
You must be passionate. You must really feel it.
Right.
Not to say,
there's no point doing the
giving a mock check in front of the press.
Exactly.
That's no use. That's no use.
Right.
You must do it from your
heart.
heart.
It has come from the heart, right? Now, Mydin has obviously got 100 stores, more than that now, I think, nationwide.
150.
So, 150. Wow. Okay. Well, that's well beyond my estimates. Okay. So, I mean, basically now, Mydin's immediate goals are really just to keep on expanding locally in Malaysia. So
and do good.
And to do good, pretty much, right? So, looking forward now, because obviously we're heading towards Vision 2020. We're going to be a developed nation by 2020. Where do you see Mydin in that time? 8 years from now, do you think it's possible for you to forecast where you will see Mydin?
Well, it's like this. We can't forecast too far. Government seems to be very good at forecasting to 2020, but we look only a 5-year horizon.
Okay, let's look at 5 years.
5-year horizon. Right. I think as far as the turnover is concerned, we're doing 2.6 billion now, and I think we probably can touch 5 within the next 5 years, because we are opening at least 4 to 5 hypermarkets every year. So within that, another 4 or 5 years, we'll have another 20 hypermarkets. So that should give us the volume and the market which we like to have. I think that is the main thing. And by growing bigger and being everywhere, we hope we can contribute more to the economy, more to the community, and also help the SMEs. Because, we are very SME centric, and we want them to put the products on our shelf, because we want to help them, so that they can help us. It's a win-win situation.
Right.
I think that is the most important thing.
Okay. Well, Dato', we've pretty much come to the end of our session on Capital Talk right now, and of course, I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you for having me.
And to share with us about Mydin, and of course, the Tukar program, which is obviously very important for a lot of people who, who obviously want to get onto the, refurbishing their shop and perhaps having a better sort of feel about their shop as well. Now, for those of you that want to know more about the Tukar program, of course, you can go on to the website, the Ministry of Domestic Consumer, KPDN-KK. Yeah, KPDN-KK website to get more, and of course, if you want to sign up for it, that's possible as well. So, Dr. Amir, thank you so much for
thank you.
gracing us with your presence today on this edition of Capital Talk, and that's pretty much the end of our session right now here with Dr. Amir Ali. It's now back to Capital Update. See you soon.